Now we have the answer for when people ask us what is the best thing about multiculturalism? What is the best thing about diversity being our strength? We can now say without any hesitation that it's illegal migrants speaking Arabic injecting our teenage girls at local music festivals. Don't you just love that diversity? Arrests in France after scores reported being attacked with syringe at street music festivals. The Interior Ministry says that 145 people across the country reported being stabbed with needles at Fête de la Musique event. This news story is all over the internet. We've seen the footage of it. Very similar to what we saw after the Champions League final. Savages out on the street running amok. 145 teenage girls attacked with syringes, hundreds injured in overall, 14 seriously, 371 people arrested, 51 vehicles set on fire. This was a music festival where teenagers were supposed to go out and have a good time, but we know that that's not possible in our new cities and our new towns with our new neighbours. Here's some footage of it. Yeah, that looks about right. Very French, very European, very Western, wouldn't you say? It's always the usual culprits. Yeah. Why do we have to be around these people? Why do they have to flood every small countryside village, every city? And we know the why and we know the who. It's actually important that we don't go naming names directly because we can get pulled down from this platform, or you can have your views tore away by naming names. I've seen that happen in the last couple of days. Absolutely disgusting scenes here from France. We see this all the time now, whether it be France, Spain, Italy, Britain, Ireland, the UK. We're overrun. We're absolutely overrun. But these scenes that we saw on the weekend were distressing enough, but unfortunately we've become accustomed to seeing these savages jumping around, destroying cities and towns and attacking white Westerners. It's diluted now. We're used to seeing it. That's the crazy part about this. But these details here are very, very sinister and strange. And when you read them, you're kind of looking going, what? How is this a thing? So the women are being warned of the threat of HIV, hepatitis B, and other rape drugs like GBH are also being used at these festivals. Among the arrested men with autism, an Arabic-speaking man who claimed he was a doctor, and a Bangladeshi migrant with a deportation order. You're like, what in the name of God is going on here? As soon as I heard 145 young girls were injected, first thing I thought was Bangladeshi Jeets. First thing I thought. I didn't think for 1 second that it was some white French lad going around doing this, or a group of white French lads. It didn't even occur to me. And you know what? If you're being honest, it didn't occur to you either. And most normies out there that'll attack this video or attack this narrative, they know the truth. I'm hearing disgusting stories here from my local town in the southwest of Ireland, where young girls 14 and 15 are going to house parties where there could be anything from 70 to 100 people attending, majoritively African. Young lads looking for young girls. Yes, that's an anecdotal story, but have a look around at music festivals, concerts, just any sort of outdoor event that used to be brilliant and used to be pleasurable for the indigenous people of these countries. Now all of a sudden it looks like a scene from Planet of the Apes. HIV and hepatitis B being injected into young teenagers at festivals, and you're like, what in the name of God is going on? You go all the way back to 2022. This has to stop. Needle attacks in nightclubs and concerts across Europe puzzle authorities, and you're like, whoa. I didn't know about that. I didn't hear about this story. You jump over here to France. Nightclub attacks are puzzling authorities all across Europe. You jump over here into Spain. People are absolutely puzzled. What's going on? Who's responsible for these? I'll give you one guess. Tunisian illegal migrant is the first arrest in a wave of mysterious hypodermic needle attacks in bars and clubs in France and the UK. Alright, Arab-speaking, Bangladeshi migrant, Tunisian illegal migrant. We know what's going on. Everybody sees it with their own eyes. This is the result of multiculturalism. This is the result of the replacement. Here's an image of the music festival in France in 1994 as opposed to 2025. On one side we see what used to be, what we all long to have back, that nostalgic feeling of, remember when we used to be able to go out in public? You see white people out enjoying music, having a good time, experiencing culture, getting together and having just, I guess I'm a little bit nostalgic for them times, but having the best time of their life. On the right you have what we see in pretty much every city across the world now. African savages attacking each other. It is vile and disgusting. And I was just having this conversation with a buddy of mine this morning. We were talking about sports, movies, WWE wrestling. We were talking about everything. And I don't think it's hyperbolic, or I don't think it's an over-exaggeration to say that everything that we once loved and looked forward to and had as a voice or a pleasure after a hard week at work is gone. It's done. Honestly, can you go to the movie theatre this weekend to watch a film without having the message forced down your throat? James Bond is now a gay African lad. All our beloved movie heroes from the past are now women fighting for climate change. How about you throw on sports at the weekend? A little escapism. Turn on some Premier League football. You are bombarded with racism must stop, LGBTQ propaganda across the board, and a bunch of women trying to commentate and trying to interview players. It is unwatchable slop. Same thing goes for WWE, filled with adverts. Most of the events are happening out in the Middle East. We see the exact same thing with the UFC. Like, in fairness, I watched UFC's event last weekend. Jamal Hill and Khalil Rountree, absolute snore fest. Out in the Middle East, Azerbaijan beards everywhere. You're just like, is this what it is now? Am I exaggerating? Surely not. This is part of the plan. Demoralise the people, blackpill the people. And you know what the crazy bit about all this is? When you speak out about it, people lose their mind. The normies hate to have that paradigm broken. They hate the idea of this indoctrination bubble being burst on them. They want to pretend and LARP as if everything is okay. You look at this music festival in France. Of course, sure, that's normal. Hundreds of thousands of black people savagely burning cars, injecting people and attacking people. That's normal now, right? It's not. It's disgusting. We want it to stop. We want these people sent back home. We want their governments held accountable, their feet held to the fire for what they have done. They hate you. They're trying to replace you. You look at the NGO sector. I covered it in a recent video. 12 billion of Irish taxpayer money is spent to NGOs whose sole purpose is to look after these illegal migrants, go to foreign countries like Greece and Spain where they're hoarded into these huge camps, and for blue and pink haired freaks who graduated college here with a social studies degree to go over there and convince these people to come to Ireland so they can get free money, free housing. What is going on? If you don't understand that the government who is funding all of this hates your guts, then I don't know what to say to you. If any of that made sense, let me know down below. Maybe hit like, subscribe and share. It's really important to share this one out. I appreciate it. Cheers.